Welcome back, boys and girls. I hope you're all doing good, having a great day. Today we are discussing one of the most important things that everyone has to go through when they are building up their character in Diablo Immortal. That is either focusing on your legendary gems and pushing the resonance, or trying to get or obtain higher secondary stars. Which one is going to be more beneficial for you? That comes down to the gameplay and the content that you like doing. And so today, that is what we are discussing: resonance versus secondary stats, what you should be doing depending on the content that you guys enjoy playing in Diablo Immortal. Starting with a couple of important things. When it comes to secondary stats, you don't need to worry too much about that. Anything is going to change in future. Meaning, let's say you've been upgrading your Aquamarine and Sapphire. You don't need to worry that in future that they will be introducing a new type of a secondary gem that has not happened since the launch. And even if they do something in future, maybe they will increase the amount of sockets you can have maybe in the rings and some of these equipment here. Then all you will have to do is simply go to this master jeweler here, click on split normal gem, and you can basically split, let's say, rank 8 to 3 copies of rank 3, and it will also return the echo crystal that you use. That is going to be if they decide to increase the amount of sockets you can have for the secondary attributes. And we have no information as of me recording this video right now, or any rumors or any leak that suggests that they will be increasing more sockets, or they will be like giving us more slots here for more equipment. So nothing like that we know of. So I'm just talking about if even in future, if they end up increasing it, you can simply just split a gem and socket those empty sockets with the gems you already have. So it is a lot more future proof when it comes to secondary attributes. You don't need to worry too much like how you have to worry about the legendary gems and resonance. For example, they're always introducing new 2-star, 5-star, and 1-star legendary gem. And especially if you are building up 5-star legendary gem, then every now and then you have to replace one of the older gems and invest back into those legendary crests, eternal crests, go buy some platinum and get that gem. For example, right now I have been trying to replace the seeping bile that I have spent quite a lot on, not only upgrading the gem but also getting some of these talents. And now that I have to replace this gem, I will have to actually get the first, I need to try and get my horned coral to rank 7 at least to get the same amount of resonance that I was getting from seeping bile. And then I have to work on getting some of the gems inside of this gem as well, so I can get back those talents as well. So you guys see, it is not that future proof. So you guys see, the resonance isn't that future proof when we compare to upgrading our secondary attributes. That was important, and I wanted to talk about that first before we delve into secondary attributes versus resonance, which one you should be focusing on right now. So like I said at the very beginning of the video, it comes down to the gameplay, what you enjoy doing the most in Diablo Immortal. If it is something PVE, then in my opinion, in my humble opinion, as a player who has been playing since day one, who has spent quite a lot of money on this game, I don't think you have to worry too much about the secondary attributes. If you, let's say, been doing 95% PVE content only, then in my humble opinion, I don't think you would need to worry like too much about the secondary attributes, trying to get them to 6,000, 7,000, like someone who is spending a lot on not only resonance but the secondary stats as well. The reason for that is, let's say if you are only playing a PvE, dungeon raids, and everything that the PvE has to offer, all you have to do is make sure that your secondary attributes are higher than the recommended requirement of the difficulty you are on at the moment. For example, if we click on the armor penetration, my armor penetration right now is 3183 points higher than the requirement of the Inferno 9 difficulty. So what I have here right now is basically overkill. I could have actually not spent this much money on my secondary attributes and could have like invested that money into resonance if I was like, let's say, playing PvE only. So since, let's say, I don't do any PvP, I only do PvE, then a lot of this is kind of not giving me anything, because you cannot get more than 57% critical damage increase from having the armor penetration. I'm not sure if it goes to 58%. Let me quickly see. Let's say if we go down to normal difficulty, do we get more bonus now that the armor penetration is higher? So there we go. It does go to 58%, but you guys saw that we were already almost there. And another thing here, let's say if I were to remove every single gem out of my slot here, so give me a sec. There we go. I end up removing every single gem out of my green items. And even now, if we were to click on these in Inferno 9, my armor is currently 114 points higher than the requirement of the difficulty. Armor penetration is 96 points lower. Potency is 97 points lower, and resistance is 97 points lower. Even if you get your gems, secondary gems, to like rank 5 and stockist them here, you will have more than the requirement of the Inferno 9 right now. When it comes to a challenge rift, of course, that is going to be different. It will require you to have more secondary attributes, but the challenge rift itself is extremely pay to win. And not only you need more secondary attributes, you need resonance as well, so you can have more combat rating out of the legendary gems. Other than that, there isn't anything that hard that will be requiring a lot more secondary attributes. So in my opinion now, in my final thoughts after going through everything here, if you are someone who only enjoy doing, let's say, PvE, like a lot of people out there who does not even touch PvP because they think it is pay to win, or it is imbalanced, or it's just not fun being a food for other big whales out there, they will only be the one who enjoy doing PvE. You guys, all you have to do is basically have enough secondary stats, so it will be like not in negative, it will be in positive, a bit higher than the requirement. And then of course you can go and focus on the resonance. But if you are someone who has been playing this game for PvP only, like a lot of us who believe that the end game of the game is actually PvP, either for the clan system or for like the end system. At the end game system, the reason you try and get the new gear is so you can go and do PvP. And if you are one of those players, then the secondary attributes will be more important, at least my opinion, than just focusing on the total resonance. In my opinion, the secondary attributes might be even more important than the resonance itself. You can have a lot of resonance, but you will be somewhat like a ball who is very fluffy, you know. You have a lot of resonance but not enough secondary attributes to back it up. You're gonna be like a fluffy ball out there, dying really fast, not having much impact. But if you have like less resonance but very bulky secondary attributes, people are gonna be like, dang it, this person is just dealing so much damage, he isn't dying that easy as well. he has built a pretty solid character. So I think if you enjoy doing PvP, then secondary attributes will be a bit more important, even compared to air resonance. So there we go. Those are going to be the final thoughts. Hopefully, this will explain few things how you should be building up your character depending on the gameplay content that you consume in this game. I'm signing off. As always, take care of yourself. Have a great day, and I catch you all in the next one. Later, guys.